Good fucking morning, boom crew. My apologies. I think I'm like 3, 4 episodes behind with the Good fucking morning series. I've been having mad much going on. Yeah, so that my son was in prom. He went to prom. Then he had graduation recently. Um, and yeah, I'm supposed to be starting a new job Monday, June 5th. And I was just trying to manage my anxiety and my emotions with, my son leaving. Um, and on top of that, me and Lo haven't been talking. So, yeah, everything just has taken a toll on me. I was thinking about today's topic, and I was thinking about, I don't know what made me think about this. Oh, my hair, because I don't know if y'all know, but I have a mullet, a black girl mullet. Um, and somebody had told me that when they first saw my hair, they didn't necessarily like it, but it grew on them. And I kind of got the impression when I saw them, when they saw my hair, they were kind of like taken aback. But then they saw me again, they was like, you know what, I like that on you. And the way they said it, I was like, yeah, my thought about what they thought about my hair originally was true. And then I thought about why I don't change things about me much. Like, how can I say this? Like, when y'all look at my channel, you're going to see my natural hair out in like a high puff or like just out, or you're gonna see me in them braids where it's like the front is braided and then the back is in long box braids. So I don't change my hair much. And I don't know who I was talking to, but they had said something about, oh, you always like your authentic self and A, B, and C. And I thought about that and I was like, I don't feel like that's true. I feel like people have a misunderstanding of me when it comes to like me being my authentic self, because I am very much, believe it or not, I don't know if reserved is the correct word, but I know that I'm one of those people that once I have something or do something, I will continue to have it or do it. I won't deviate from it. So, prime example, like my apartment, I've had my apartment, I got approved for this apartment when I was 17. I did not move into this apartment until I was 18. I'm 35 now, y'all. Um I don't I tend to hold on to things even when they expire. When it's like time for me to let go or time for me to like move on, or I've outgrown something. And I just noticed that I have that type of personality. And I think I was telling my friend Naja, I was telling her not too long ago, I was like, one day I had woke up and I just decided that I truly wanted to do the things that I want to do. I think people are under the impression that I do that now, and I don't. Um, I forgot what else. I think it was Glamazante, and um, I think her vlog was like, oh, she went to Istanbul, and I think she went and got surgery and A, B, and C. And yeah, there are points and times in my life where I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna do what I want to do. But those points are very like few and far in between. I usually stick to my basics. And I think I've gotten to the point in my life where I'm over that. Like, I've grown tired of that. Like, for me to have gotten a mullet, for me to be like, girl, like, why don't you do more with your hair? Why don't you, you know what I'm saying? Like, even the neck tattoo was like, okay, yeah, I had all these other tattoos, but it's like, oh, I would never do my neck. It took so much, excuse me, y'all. I said in my last vlog that I had a cold, and it's not a cold. I have bad allergies, and I think I'm just in denial that my allergies are progressing each season. So excuse me if I'm coughing and I sound crazy or whatever. But even the neck tattoo, it took me so much just to even do that, because it was just like I decided in my head that only certain tattoos and only certain piercings are okay. So this apartment, I've outgrown it. There's, you guys know from the history of my channel, I've been in relationships that I've outgrown, but it's like I have this, once I'm in something or on something or doing something, I have to continue to do it, hold on to it, and even when it doesn't serve me anymore. You understand what I'm saying? Like, so like even my gym routine, I had to buy a 6 week program just to deviate from my gym routine, because I will do the same gym routine for a year or 2 years and then wonder why I've hit a plateau. So to some people it's good because it just shows that I have the ability to commit to things, but at what for, you understand what I'm saying? At what point do I say, okay, yeah, you committed to this, but you don't have to continue doing this. You don't have to continue being here. You don't have to continue allowing a certain behavior to be done to you, or for you to be conducting yourself in a certain way. It's like, it's okay to change yourself or become a new person. And I think recently that's what I've been thinking about. It's just like I had this whole plan to move to Texas and reinvent myself and A, B, and C, and I deviated off that plan because I wanted to make sure that my son finished school, so it wouldn't serve me to have to move to Texas and not be here for him, because naturally I would have wanted him to stay and finish high school. Um, so I deviated off that plan for that, and then of course, I met my boyfriend. So, our plan changed, like, okay, yeah, I'll move down to Atlanta, whatever, whatever. And in my head, I'm thinking like people don't understand, like those are big, like they're big steps to anybody, but if you're the type of person who acts like a tree, it's a big fucking step. It's bigger than normal, you know what I'm saying? And I just want to stop being a tree. I'm not a tree. I need to move around. And I was even thinking that with like driving. Like I had um got into that accident when I was dealing with that dude Dark and Lovely, and just in my mind it triggered something that, oh, okay, I'm never driving. I'm never going to drive. And it's like I just want to get that type of thinking out of my head. I want to stop committing to things that do not serve me. Like, why would I commit to the idea of never driving? Like, why would I do that? Um, so yeah, when people give me props for like, oh, you're always yourself and you say what you want and you're so real, and it's like I don't feel like I'm being real. I actually feel like I'm being fake. I don't feel like I'm being my doing the things that I could do. I don't feel like I'm living up to my full potential because I have this idea of holding on to things. And I think I was thinking about I was thinking about why, and I had mentioned this a few times. Like, y'all know that some of y'all know that I grew up in and out of the system or dealing with the system, and just my home life was whatever. So I think my idea of stability is just staying in one place because I have this idea of safety. Like, okay, I got this apartment and this is my safe zone, so I can never leave here. Like, and it's like that's not okay. That's not okay. Or it's like I'll get into a relationship, and because I feel like I've poured so much energy into it, even when this relationship doesn't serve me no more, it's hurting me, or it's hindering me, or holding me back, it's still my safety point. Because it's like, okay, if I become single, um, I have to do the whole process all over again, and that's not safe to me. You know what I'm saying? So like even after I get out of, like, if I leave a job, not even the only relationship, if I leave a job, it takes me so long to like jump back into something else because I'm still like holding on to, like, no, I was at that job, and even if I left it, that was the job that I was at. Like for me to do something new or move into a new space and have to meet new coworkers or anything like that, it's a lot for me. And I admire people that just get up and go, or just get up and do what they want. They change their hair color like they change their fucking panties. Um, they just they have this free spirit. They're not so um organized about certain things, because I find like sometimes you trying to be a perfectionist or organized or planning everything to the fullest extent. Yes, it's good in some settings, but also it can be hindering, because it's like you're taking so much time to do that you're not living in the moment. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what I've just been feeling lately. I've been feeling that, and I don't want to feel restricted no more. Like, of course, I'm of my own free will. I can get up and go and do whatever. But mentally, once you have a restriction on your mental, it's very hard for you to physically do the things that you want to do, because in your mind, you've built this idea of holding on and staying in places and staying with people. Um, yeah. Um, I don't know. I just feel like now that my son is about to leave, that I hope that I break free of that type of thinking, because I've been watching, and I've always kind of watched videos like this, but I have my phases where I'll like watch all these self-help things, and then I kind of get so overstimulated, overwhelmed with all the information that I kind of have to just start watching like some type of cop show or something like that just to escape. But I've been finding myself lately watching YouTubers again, because I stopped doing that for a while. Like, I was watching Jayla Majette, and Glamazante and Army Barbie and Choice TV. And I was watching all these people, and don't get me wrong, like I really like those YouTubers, Jackie Ina, Diana, um, and I stopped watching those people for a minute. So I started watching them again. And when you watch somebody for years and then you stop watching them for a long time, and then you watch them again, and then you notice that they've moved 3 4 times, and they did this and they did that, and then you look at yourself, and I understand that you're not supposed to compare yourself. Trust me, I'm a grown woman. But the point still stands. It's like they took risk, or they do certain things, or they allowed life to happen, and they went through the motions. And it's like I'd be so fearful of like having big detrimental moments in my life that I would literally do the same thing every single day. I get up, I go to the gym, I come back home, I'll ship some orders or make some products if I have to. I post to all my social media pages. Of course, I take care of my son. I have not been cooking like that lately. I just haven't been in the spirit to cook. Um, I maintain my house. And then that's it. Sometimes I go out with my friend Naja. Sometimes I go to a coffee shop. But that is the extent of my life. And that's not what I want it to be. I want to go to more social networking events. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me see. Okay, 14 minutes. I want to go to more social networking events. I want to be a little bit more free in the activities I do, and stuff like that. Um, but it's just hard. It's really hard. It's not easy. Um, like even I was, and a part of me made wanted to like talk about this, because I was thinking, like I said, me and Lo haven't been talking, and I had to really think, like, is this relationship serving me? Is it doing anything for my spirit or my soul? Am I doing what I always do, and I'm holding on to a relationship that does not serve me, or has this relationship expired? Um, because I don't think that you should jump from person to person. um, so I had to really think about that as well. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. I had to think about that as well because it's like I need to distinguish whether something is worth working out, or if I'm just holding on to it for safety reasons, you know? And I don't know. I believe we're gonna work out whatever issue we have. Hopefully we do. Um, yeah, hopefully we do. But I just feel like it's not only that, it's just like in general, just I won't rearrange my house. The furniture will be in the same spot for 15 years. Like, I'm just one of those people. And I think that's why I have a lot of friends, because I am one of those people that once you're in my life, I hold on to you. Like, you're my friend now. I don't want to deviate from that. This is what I know. You know what I'm saying? It's like the person that goes to any restaurant and orders the same thing no matter what restaurant they go to. um, so yeah, I don't necessarily do that, but that's kind of like the gist. It's like, oh, that's my safety meal. It's like I don't know how other things on the menu is gonna be, so I need to hold on to this, or I need to keep ordering this. And I just want to be, I just want to exercise my free will. I want to exercise my free will. I had my son early. I had responsibility early. I was in that long term relationship, that 7 year relationship in my 20s. Um, so and then I got out of that, and kind of it's just I can't remember a point in my life for an extended period of time where I was just completely free of burden or restriction. And I understand that life happens and there's going to be things, there's going to be responsibilities, but I don't ever recall just feeling like I can breathe, like fully breathe, and I was okay. So, although I'm sad, I made a whole video about my son leaving. Okay, 17 minutes. I made a whole video about my son leaving. It may be something that I need to experience, because, and then I was sad about, I think that's another reason why me and him is into it right now. Is just I'm upset about the fact that Leho has to be in Atlanta. So although those are things that are stressing me out and have upset me, I think that maybe it's in my best interest in regards to my mental health, because now it's like, yeah, I love my man, and I whatever, and I want to be in his presence, but it's like maybe you need this time to yourself. Maybe you need this time to yourself. Um, yeah, so I don't know. Like, once again, I'm sorry for falling behind with these series. I have tried to be consistent with the vlogs. At least I've been recording and then uploading, and that's why the vlogs haven't been as long as they usually are, because it's like I'm actually sharing them when I'm supposed to. So yes, there we go, 19 minutes. Appreciate y'all for watching and y'all patience, and hopefully I produce another episode early next week.